The man scraped the mold off a biscuit with a small knife, then spread expensive caviar on top. That was his meal for the day, but it wasn't nearly enough to fill him up. So he fished a tropical fish out of the aquarium. He minced the fish meat into a paste with his knife, then wrapped it in flour into a perfectly round fish ball. Soon, a delicate plate of fishball sashimi sat before him. Nemo couldn't wait. He picked up a piece and took a bite, but the next second, the fishy taste made him gag uncontrollably. He quickly downed a large gulp of sour plum juice, finally managing to settle his stomach. But once that meal was over, the next one became yet another problem. Luckily, he was a clever thief and knew how to use tools to pry open the pantry door. To his surprise, he found a small stash of food and canned goods inside, plus a large frozen steak. The surprises didn't stop there. Suddenly, he heard the sound of sprinklers. Unbelievably, the long-dried plants were being watered again. He quickly dropped down, drinking the fresh water greedily. Once he'd had his fill, he lay on the ground, relishing the coolness. After a short rest, Nemo began thinking about escape. First, he tore down the expensive curtains. Then he dismantled the bed just to get the straps from underneath it. He gathered all the furniture in the house and used the curtains to bind everything tightly together. Once he confirmed that the 6-meter-high pile of furniture was stable, he climbed to the top. Finally, he reached the ceiling. But to his dismay, the window was sealed with a thick sheet of bulletproof glass. His hopes of escape were dashed once more. By now, the temperature had hit 106 degrees Fahrenheit, 41 degrees Celsius. Even after stripping off all his clothes, sweat poured from his body. Not even drinking water could cool him down. Bored, he began sketching the janitor from the surveillance footage. That was the only form of entertainment he had. Then he suddenly noticed the janitor cleaning outside the front door. He rushed to put on clothes and shouted desperately at the door, hoping the janitor would hear him and help. But fate was cruel. The janitor was wearing headphones and couldn't hear a thing. Nemo sprinted back to the monitor, only to see the janitor stepping into the elevator and leaving. He had missed another chance to be rescued. Just as he was sinking into despair, the broken control panel began to cool. Noticing the change, he ran to check the AC, and sure enough, cold air was finally flowing again. After 3 sweltering days, the chill brought tears to his eyes. The temperature quickly dropped to 79 degrees Fahrenheit, 26 degrees Celsius. Every day, he used a glass bowl to catch the fresh water from the sprinklers and stored it in bottles. With the water issue solved, life began to improve day by day. He no longer cared about the food shortage, eating heartily and even cooking meals with the clean water. Life felt almost pleasant, but the food eventually ran out, and once again, he had to find a way out. He searched the entire mansion but found nothing useful. Disappointed, he walked back to the living room, then glanced up and noticed a flower vase in the corner.